Incoming transmission standby. Welcome to the Nod News Network. The measure follows a United Nations report into the theft of humanitarian aid intended to feed insecure populations in the African country. The European Union has temporarily suspended funding for the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, in Somalia, Reuters reported on Tuesday, citing two senior EU officials. The move comes after a United Nations investigation reportedly found a rise in theft and misuse of aid intended to prevent famine in the Horn of Africa, where WFP initially predicted this year that 6.6 million people will face severe hunger. A senior EU official who spoke to Reuters on condition of anonymity confirmed that the United Nations investigation found that landowners, local authorities, security personnel and aid workers were all involved in the wage theft. According to the source, aid will be restored once WFP meets certain requirements, including the selection of a local partner in Somalia. The European Commission provided more than $7 million in aid to its humanitarian efforts in Somalia last year, according to United Nations data. Although some of the bloc's member states are said to have spent significantly more money on a bilateral basis, it is unclear whether any of them will follow suit by temporarily suspending aid. Bala Shajvari, a spokesman for the European Commission, who did not deny or confirm the aid suspension, according to Reuters, said the bloc had not received information from its United Nations partners on the financial impact on the EU. However, we will continue to monitor the situation and adhere to a zero-tolerance approach to fraud, corruption or misconduct, Reuters quoted Mr. Ujvari as saying. On Tuesday, Devex's newspaper published a July report commissioned by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, in which internally displaced people, IDPs, in Somalia claimed that some authorities had forced them to pay up to half of the aid they receive. According to a highly secret United Nations report, local authorities, including police, have implemented a system of taxation on recipients of US-funded aid, with threats arrest, physical violence or denial of life-saving aid to those who refuse to comply. Report. WFP and the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, suspended food supplies to Ethiopia's war-torn Tigray region in May, citing supplies being diverted. The European Commission is providing €10 million, $10.69 million, to support Somalia and Ethiopia through the WFP, according to one of the senior EU officials interviewed by Reuters on Monday. USAID spokeswoman Jessica Jennings said the United States is working with partners to assess and understand the scale of the diversion operation in Mogadishu. Devex quoted Jennings as saying, "We have taken steps to protect beneficiaries and ensure that taxpayer dollars are used to benefit vulnerable people in Somalia as planned." This has been the Nod News Network, transmission complete.